There's one big truth here about everybody who is a part of this community or finds this community. That big truth is that at some point, we've encountered a narcissist. At some point, we figured out that we are married to narcissists, we were raised by narcissists, we're working with narcissists, we live next door to narcissists. They're everywhere. Oh my gosh, what's happening? It's pandemic. Like, what's going on? Where are you coming from? What island burnt down and all of y'all just escaped and came over here? Like, where is this coming from? It seems like. But if you're here, I know you can relate. I know that you're here for a reason. You're searching for answers, or you're glowing and growing because you've learned some vital information, some life-changing, some life transformational information. If you haven't, this video is going to put you on game. Because if you've dealt with a narcissist, you have been pulled into a game. And you have to learn how to beat the game, to beat the narcissist. You've got to beat the narcissist at their own game. Shout out to you who have done it. You deserve a trophy. You deserve a trophy because you dealt with somebody who is so preoccupied with themselves. All they see is themselves. So selfish, so obsessed with getting admired and validated by everyone to the point where they will lie, feed into their lies, pull people to believe their lies, lie about whatever they need to lie about, create these crazy narratives so that they can be liked and loved and looked at as some kind of superhero or superior being, or like something somebody really want to be with or can't go without, when deep down inside, this person is extremely fragile, super broken, and unrepairable. You've seen how fragile the ego is, and if you haven't, you'll see it if you learn how to beat them at their own game. Because first and foremost, narcissists are weak individuals because of the fragile ego that is linked and associated with their whole existence. If you're new to the channel, shout out to you for being here. Welcome. This is your girl, MamiSoTrue. I'm excited to have you join me on this video and learn and obtain the knowledge and maybe even validate yourself for being the champion that you are, because you have beat a narcissist at their own game. If you're new here, you're welcome to hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, let's share the content, and drop a comment if there's something on your mind or you want to share with other survivors how you beat a narcissist at their own game. Because of you, there's probably a narcissist somewhere bored up in the corner, crying victim. They swear up and down you're the narcissist. Because you beat them at their own game, they probably weren't really expecting it, because in their mind, their delusional mind, you were weak. You were weak. They used your empathy to fool themselves into thinking that you don't know how to say no, or that you don't love yourself, or that you don't care about yourself enough to reverse psychology the narcissist. Because it turns out you're not that broken. You're not that usable. You're not that stupid either. And instead of destroying you completely, they forced you to wake up in a different type of way. And it caused you to beat them at their own game. The situationship with narcissists, the relationships with narcissists, the manipulationships with narcissists are challenging. They're frustrating and they're draining. And if they don't kill you through the process, if they don't completely get rid of you, wipe you out, strip you with diseases and sicknesses and disorders, and destroy you mentally, crush you emotionally, rip you apart spiritually, get rid of you physically. If those things don't happen, if they don't succeed at that, there's only one other thing that happens, is for their victim to bounce back, wake up, and become a new person to that narcissist. You have to literally reintroduce yourself to the person that they just thought you were a fool and you were never gonna unfool yourself. Like you were never gonna leave. You were never gonna walk away. You were never gonna say no. You were never going to notice that this person is a liar, a deceiver, a dysfunctional something that you don't really know, full of darkness and secrets. And the power really, really plays out in your favor when you really see how much they lack confidence. They really don't have no firm sense of self. That explains the severe insecurities that you have seen. This is why they are so obsessed with having power and control. Without power and control, they are too obviously weak. Without power and control, no one's giving them attention. No one's afraid of them. No one's bowing down to them. That's why, number one, when you started to set boundaries, you beat a narcissist at their own game. You changed the script. You were never supposed to change the script. You were supposed to always say yes. What do you want, baby? How do you want it, baby? How much do you want, baby? You can have whatever you want, baby. That was supposed to be you forever. It was never supposed to be you questioning where they were at, why they haven't called, why they're not communicating, why they lied about something they lied about. You beat them at their own game when you start to tell them no. No means you are not top priority. Not in my world. No means I do not have to kill myself to please you. Never again. No means I respect and I love myself. And if you thought I didn't, let me go ahead and reintroduce that to you, because that's not what this is. That's not what this is. No means actually I know my worth. Actually, I'm waking up and realizing that I've been settling for you. Setting boundaries shuts that game down, especially when you're firm and assertive and also respectful. They don't know what to do. When you're calmly saying no, you're not screaming it. You're not, cussing them out saying it. You're just communicating it softly, no. In an unbothered manner, no. That takes me to that second thing that beats them at their own game, which many of you are doing, many of you are learning to do, many of you have done. It is to not react emotionally, especially when you're dealing with a narcissist who is so used to getting up under your skin. They're used to being able to see your demeanor change. They're used to being able to see it on your face, because you don't know how to not wear it on your face. They're used to hearing you pop off at the mouth, respond in text, go back and forth. They're used to you fighting back, defending yourself, having stuff to say. But when you switch it up on a narcissist and you no longer feel the need to have to react, because you know that's what they're wanting real bad out of you. You know they can't wait to see that and feel entertained by that. You got the upper hand. You're stripping them of full control. In that moment, they're not in control of the narrative, because what they were expecting to see, the reaction they were waiting for, they never got it. So now they got to figure out, what's going on? What can I do? Because this person is a little bit hard to break now. What can I do? This is when things get worse. Sometimes bad enough for them to discard you. Bad enough for you to say, I'm done. Bad enough for them to continue to play the victim. it'll start to get real ugly, real nasty, real bad, and maybe real fast because you stop taking their bait. This is when they really feel the need to smear your name. This is when they really get nasty and crank up the cheating habits, maybe. This is when they really plan their discard. They're finding it hard to provoke you. So they'll crank up the insults. They'll call you worse names than they were before. The fact that you've focused on changing your reaction to their behavior makes them so powerless because it allows you to have control and maintain your sense of self. Your self-worth and your confidence can't be tampered with when they don't have control over your emotions. And if you know a narcissist, you should know that they love messing with your emotions. They enjoy watching you react, especially when it's in a negative way, because now it makes them believe that they really are the good guy and you're the bad one. You're the one who doesn't know how to react. You're the one who said all that foul stuff because you were mad. You're the one who made these drastic decisions out of frustration. And then they'll sit there calmly like a sociopath, a psychopath, and watch you and grin and smirk. Beating a narcissist at their own game also definitely includes learning how to strategize your empathy. It's okay that you're an empath. It's okay that you care and you feel their feelings and you care how you make them feel. Yeah, but to beat a narcissist at their own game, you've got to learn how to maintain your empathy. That means, okay, I understand the narcissist feelings, but even better, I see and I also understand their true motives. So it helps me control my empathy. Because now knowing their true motives is to use it against me, I won't show it as much. Now, places where the narcissist is used to getting admiration, validation from you, they won't get it because you've stepped into this spirit of unbotheredness. I am not going to take on the energy of the narc, their issues, what they got going on, their problems, their challenges. It's not my problem. It's not for me to worry about. There's nothing I can do about it. Understanding their motives and their feelings gives you a chance to stay ahead of the narcissist. You're ahead of the game because you are now looking at things from their perspective. You're no longer trying to make logical sense out of nonsense because it's never going to work. They've shown it to you over and over that it doesn't work like that with them. And then, of course, let me share how protecting your self-esteem beats the narcissist at their own game. Because their tactic is to break people down so they can feel up. So if you build up your self-esteem, you surround yourself with positive people, supportive people, you do things you need to do on a daily basis to keep your positivity at a high rate, you don't fall into their trap of trying to ruin your self-esteem and destroy your confidence. You'll still be able to establish and accomplish things even right there in the narcissist's face. Because protecting your self-esteem means that you have a positive mindset, a positive outlook. Even though it's been hard and challenging, you're staying true to who you are. That means you're always reminding yourself of your self-worth, your goals, your dreams. You're not giving up on you. You're no longer taking their words or their filthy actions personally. Beating a narcissist at their own game. For those who can and have made this move, it's the biggest move you can make. To me, the one that makes the greatest impact of all. It's when you walk away, actually cutting them off, disappearing. Because sometimes the best way to win against a narcissist is to not engage at all. Treat them like they are completely irrelevant. Walking away gives you a chance to focus on your well-being, something you couldn't really do when you were a slave, when you were imprisoned. when you were doing life with this narcissist, walking away because they are not worth your time or your energy. They've taken enough of it anyway. Walking away because you don't have the time, the energy, or even the heart or the willingness to sit here and play this kind of game with someone like this. Like, I'm not doing this. This is not fun. This is not cute. I'm not going to sit here and look for ways to outplay you every day. No, I'm better than that. This is when you've really taken your power back. When this person has used you up all this time, future faked all these empty promises, and still sit in your face and continue to have all these different back burner supplies on all these different phones behind your back, continue to make up lies and stories about you behind your back, continue to go into your hard-earned money and financially abuse you, to take your power back and walk away and say, I'm done. I love myself too much. I'm protecting my self-esteem. I'm watching my reactions. I'm setting those boundaries and I'm not playing about it. You beat a narcissist at their own game. The manipulation tactics will no longer affect you. And they worked so hard wanting to ruin you and break you so that you wouldn't figure this thing out, and you figured it out. You've beat them at their own game. And if this was not you prior to this video, I'm pretty sure you're about to join the team of winners that have beat narcissists at their own game, taking our power back and holding on to it for dear life. And of course, I'm a support to those of you who need it. Please reach out to me. Look in the description box below for contact information. I am available to help you get through this as a certified life coach and also as a friend and maybe a newfound family member. Stay blessed.